Okay, so first thing I want to apologize for is if you hear my mic doing something like this. Yeah, cheap mic. Okay, so let's go ahead and say that, well, you already committed the things that you wanted to do. You AO baked it, you edited it or whatever, you just want to export it. Before exporting, you want to make sure that every single object has its doubles removed and the edge split applied. But I will only recommend that to things that are like this because yeah, unless you want it to appear this blocky in game. So this is how you do it. So you're gonna click this triangle thing, and clicking the triangle right here already brings it to edit mode. So all you have to do is click remove doubles, and you're basically just going down the list. You just keep clicking the triangles that are associated with it, and you're just gonna keep removing doubles on everything until you did it on literally everything, if you get what I mean. So yeah, once you do that, for this time's purposes of the video, I'm not gonna do it to all that. It is a lengthy process, I do understand, but it's better being safe than sorry. So let's say I already did that to everything. I'm probably gonna do this to that as well. Just remove the doubles. And then after you remove doubles for everything, you want to go to the modifier, edge split, and you want to click on the things. You're basically just going down the list and putting on edge split for each and every one of them. Now the good thing is that you don't have to apply the edge split unless you're doing it the third way of exporting. So yeah, you want to apply edge split to each and every single object, and just follow those steps of removing the doubles from everything and edge splitting everything, or at least the ones you want smooth. Okay, so now we're going on to the exporting part, and there are 3 ways you can export this. So the first way I'm going to teach you is the one through Ogre, the Torchlight Ogre. So all you do is literally press A twice to make sure everything is selected. You go to File, Export Torchlight Ogre. You're going to literally click each and every single one of this. All of this should be checked except overwrite material. Unless you want a new material file written, then I would just, click that. Then after that, you're going to click Export Mesh. And for time's sake, it is going to take a little while. It is going to take some time to export. It's not going to export just like that. It needs to take its time. So, yeah, I'll unpause this video once it's done exporting. So that being said, let me go ahead and pause this. Okay, now that's done, and I apologize for any background noise because it's raining and stormy. But this model approximately took me about 5-10 minutes to export, so it really shouldn't take that long. But once it's done exporting, you should go ahead and look in your documents, and that is where it'll be at. So, it'll just be like right here and stuff. So, yeah. Don't mind any of these other files. That's just either me modding or stuff. I don't know why that's still there. Anyway, yeah, that's already one way of how to export. Let me show you the other way. So, the other way is using something that is Ogre 3D scene in Mesh. So what you're going to do is you're gonna select, you're gonna press A to select all, but then you're also gonna, but then when everything is selected, you're gonna hit Control J to join. And once it's joined, you're gonna go ahead and have the thing selected. You're gonna export it through the scene in Mesh, and according to the site of the Blender Mesh editing, only these should be changed. So that means, yeah, export scene is unselected, camera and lamps is unselected, and export material should be unselected. Yeah, and I would just keep this the same. So let me go ahead and delete that mesh XML. Oh, my bad, let me back up. When I said you were done, you're not really done. Afterwards, you're going to open up another tab. You're going to go to this PC, Windows PC, Program Files, Rigs of Rods, and then you're going to click and drag this mesh XML that it exported over the XML converter. This window is going to pop up, but let it do its thing. And you can see that once this is done, you're going to see a mesh in there. Sometimes it will say here that stopped working. Don't mind that. But there you go. Now it's a mesh file down here. So you're done with the first part. So the second part is, you know, to follow the steps that I just said, to join everything, and then go to Ogre 3D Scene and Mesh. Uncheck those things where the documents tell you. You're going to click Export Ogre. And we're just going to go ahead and wait this out as well. So yeah. So that took way less time to export, but the only problem that I have with this thing is that, no, you're going to get something like this. And looking through all the vertices and stuff, it may seem a little bit more complicated if you're trying to like duplicate the bus. So let's say I go to body bake, and while that looks for it, there we go. So if you go to body bake, let's say that you're duplicating this thing. You would not only have to change this to something like 482 body bake for one thing, but you also have to go find the other part, and then you have to rename this as well. You got to make sure that both the names are the same, because if not, you're really going to screw yourself over. But this is how it should look like at the bottom, and it'll tell you which index is at to find each and every single thing that you are looking for. So yeah, that's the second way of exporting. Let me show you guys the third way. The third way literally requires you nothing more but to have it saved as a blend file. And once you save it as a blend file, you're going to go to this one right here. I like to give a very special thanks to another Fox guy and everyone who has helped him into creating this thing. But this is basically some sort of exporter to Rigs of Rot. So what you can do is you can basically save it as a blend file, because it is supported right here. And you literally just click and drag the blend file for it to export. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that. So yeah, this is how you download and basically install that thing for use. You're going to select the link. You're going to copy that into your browser up here. You're going to go to it, and it should be downloading a file that says Ogre as simp JPG. JPG, I'm stupid, zip file. So once you download that, it's going to show up in your download section, so you should look for that. And you got to wait till this download thing is done, because once that's done, this part will go away, So while this thing is downloading, you want to make sure you have your documents in another file, and you can see that I have already saved the blend file. So yeah, in the Blender, you want to make sure that you remove doubles to everything. You've edge splitted almost everything that you want it to be smoothened. You don't have to do it to like literally everything, because let's say I probably want this thing a little bit flat, then I wouldn't do it to that. But everything else, yes. So yeah, okay. So let's go ahead and go back to what was it? Oh, we were waiting on this download. Okay. So at this point, you should have the blend file and the Ogre as simp if I say JPG again, zip file. So what you're going to do is you're going to right click, you're going to click rename, and you're going to copy Ogre as simp. Don't copy the zip file, you'll see why. So, and then after that, you're going to go to the new folder, and you're just going to paste that name in there. And yeah, it created a new folder. So I'm going to open this with 7-zip, and then I'm going to open the folder, and we just need to select all this and drag it into there. And then yeah, now that that's done, what else did it say? Drag and drop. It also says right here, drag and drop your 3D model onto the Ogre as simp converter.exe executable. So once we do that, let me switch over back to this again. So once we do that, that means we should drag the blend over the Ogre as simp converter exe. We just wait for this thing. Oh my god! Okay, you know what? Anyway, it's gonna do everything. Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, you're gonna probably have to excuse the language and stuff, but oh my god. Okay, so now you see that there's a mesh and a material. All you really have to do now is, yeah, so it literally did just about everything for you. So all you have to do is just rename this, take the blend part out of it. Wait, there's what? Okay, so is there already an existing file with that material named, and you see, it's already giving you all the textures and stuff in that same directory. So what I would do is, instead of dumping it in your documents, I would just create a new folder. And then I would name this Ogre Convert Things. Or whatever. So in this folder, you're literally just going to put the blend file in there. So let's go ahead and give that a shot. So I'm just going to open this here, go to my documents, and I'm going to have this over the Ogre converter thing. And then we're going to find photon re.blend. There we go. So let's go ahead and drag that over again. Oh my god, this log file. Oh my god, that's just gold. Okay, well anyway. Yeah. So once it does that, oh, I guess it doesn't really give you all your materials. So what I would do is probably go to images and save all images as, or where was it? Image. Yeah, save all images. That probably didn't do anything. But what I'm just saying is to take all the images that you need. Like once you're doing all the images and stuff. Wait, I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm stuttering. So, remember in that first episode of this thing, I told you to export all that stuff to that one file. I mean, that one folder. And then you would import the bus into Blender. Well, that's where you're going to go to. You're just going to go ahead and take all the materials, not the materials, but the JPEGs, the DDS, the PNGs located in there. And then you're just going to drag them in with this thing. So now that they already gave you a material in a mesh file, I just have to take the blend out. And then in our other documents folder, remember when I told you to make that thing, that other folder? Yeah, in my case it's CE. Well, you're just going to literally click and drag all this except for the materials. You want to delete them and the mesh that you exported. But literally just take all the picture images and stuff and just put them in here, delete the blend and delete these logs. Holy freaking crap. And just, yeah. So that's how you do it. And, yeah, I hope you guys found this video very useful. The next video will be probably how to export this to SketchUp. Because some of you guys are very skilled and very talented in SketchUp. So you guys are probably like, hey, how do I export this model into SketchUp? Well, I'll be doing that in the next video. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later.